you've dragged the perennial icon to create the sugarcane area.
Yep.
You put the name sugar. You have 105,000 hectares of that. You selected your sugarcane because in your workspace, you created an entry called sugarcane. But when you go to the farming practice, you don't have anything, right?
No, it's either select or to be defined.
Okay, so let's go to your workspace. Oh, and what do we see here?
The person kind of icon is not there, so it's the login stuff.
Exactly. Land use models, exactly. And let's go to sugarcane. The issue is here, you know, for crops, we have two levels. We have the crop, which is a box here, and then we have the practices, which you can see with a blue button. So in the case of sugarcane, you've created the general crop, but you've not yet created any farming practice. So it's only when you add a new practice for sugarcane, and you are free to do it by clicking on the green button.
This one?
Exactly. That this one will appear in your second drop-down menu for the practice, right? This is where you put your production data, your costs, etc. So let's not do it right now because this would take some time. You can just cancel. You see the six, exactly. You see the 6 land use categories that we have in the land use planner: annual crops, perennial crops, forest, livestock, and other land uses. So for annual crops and perennial crops, you have 2 levels. You have the crop, like sugarcane, and then you have the practice. Sugarcane intercropped with maize. Probably not exist, but an example. Or sugarcane under shade, or sugarcane smallholder, sugarcane industrial, sugarcane irrigated. You can have as many practices as you want. For forest, livestock, and other land uses, you don't have those 2 levels. You just have an entry. So if you want to add a new crop, which is not yet into your list, you click here, add new, but then don't forget you have to add some practices. Can we go back to your project? How do you go back to your project? Exactly. That's the way.